Welcome back to another video. We are in the Open Master League, and we are going to be featuring a slightly different team today. We're going to be featuring the Dialga in the lead, with a Mewtwo in the back and Altered Giratina in the back here. So in a sense, we can view it as a Mewtwo Double Dragon ABB team. You don't really see a lot of Altered Giratinas because the origin form is slightly is better. Just as a better generalist, but Altered Giratina just seems a little bit more bulkier, and plus I don't have a origin form built, so we're going to be running the Altered just to see how it works. So you can see here we get encountered with a Garchomp. This Garchomp coming in is interesting because we do catch a move here, ends up being the Earth Power. I don't know, did about 25% right there. And now that we know that they have Earth Power, we are going to let this... Oh, I guess it was the Outrage, but we knew that we either going to get KO'd or barely not get knocked out, because we need to save shields for this Mamoswine with our Dialga having a ton of energy. Our opponent goes for the Nuka move, high horsepower, but we do decide to shield it. And luckily for us, we are able to get to 2 Iron Heads before they get to their next move, so that is GG's. Our opponent right there, I guess, was hoping we were going for Thunder or something, but I guess they knew that it was GG's because we had a ton of energy and we were going to be able to get to 2 Iron Heads because they only have 1 shield. Next game here, we have the oh, excuse me, sorry, we're not necessarily playing a ABB team. Sorry about that. We're playing a ABA team with Dragon. So we have Mewtwo here, and we are going to have to shield this one. This Mewtwo is trying to take shields away from this Groudon. This Groudon does decide to shield the first one and let the second one go. They know that they can survive 1 Side Strike, no problem. Mewtwo's job is done. It honestly got 1 shield. That's pretty much as good as it's going to get. The Groudon in Master League, especially if it's maxed out, is very tanky. And then here we are met with the Apex Lugia. So Apex Lugia, more attack weighted. We're going to go for the Draco Meteor here and dip. And our opponent ends up revealing that they have a Rayquaza here. Interesting enough, this Rayquaza is going to be able to get to 1 charge move. And before we get to our second one here, we decide to chank it. Because, like I said, Altered Giratina is tanky in Master League. Unfortunately for us, we get farmed down, so that is not good. And now we have a decision to make. Are we going to shield this, or are we going to save the shield for that last Pokemon? We decide to shield it and farm down. And then here we are just racing to the next move, and we are able to get to the Iron Hand to take out this Lugia. So GG's to our opponent right there. I'm not sure if that Apex Lugia was XL. It did not feel like it was. I don't remember what the powered up Lugia's CPs are, but I could be wrong. So anyways, Dialga versus this Mewtwo. It all depends on what moveset this Mewtwo has. Does it have the Focus Blast or does it not? It reveals that it has the Shadow Ball, so we tank the first one, and then we're going to throw the move before they get to another move. This Dialga's job has been to win the lead, and we do get met with the counter swap, and they switch out to their own Dialga. So we're going to fake that we have the Focus Blast. We do get a shield, which is great. And then now we got to decide, are we going to shield here or are we going to let it go? We decide to shield because we have a good amount of energy on this Mewtwo, and maybe we can get another shield, or maybe we can get huge damage. At this point, we realized that we could probably get to 2 Shadow Balls, so that's why we decided to go for that Shadow Ball right there, because we can get to this Shadow Ball here to do basically the damage that we need to. Now, we do allow this Dialga to get some energy, so we're considering to going with our own Dialga here and letting them throw all this energy at this Dialga. Okay, they go for the Draco, which is great. We switch into our Giratina. Does Giratina ever beat a Groudon with a shield? Let's find out. Okay. We do shield the blade first, which is great. the Precipice Blade, we do guess correctly on the first shield, and then now it's just a race. Can we get to all these Dragon Claws before they get to another Blades? We're going to find out here. We go for this Dragon Claw. This Dragon Claw is not going to take it out, and now it's just a race. Ooh. If this is the Blades, we lose, and that is GG's. Man, Groudon is just very tanky and very problematic for this team because it can beat the Dialga and it survives the Mewtwo onslaught of Side Strikes, and it can tank one of those Side Strikes. So a little bit unfortunate right there. Here we're met with a Gyarados because we have a Mewtwo in the back as a safe switch. We decided to switch out to see if we can bait out any Veltals, or maybe we bait out any Steel types. Or it looks like there is a Mewtwo also in the back. Great catch by our opponent. The opponent was able to catch a Side Strike, and here we're going to go for the Side Strike. We get a shield from there, so that is a positive. We end up getting a shield from our opponent right there, even though they did catch one of our Side Strikes. So here, once again, we got to decide, is this a bait or is this going to be a Focus Blast? They reveal that they are going for the bait, and then here we just got to double down, I believe, and just allow it to go through. It ends up being a Shadow Ball, which is not enough to take out this Dialga, and luckily we are able to get to one Iron Hit, force out the last shield on this Mamoswine. This Mamoswine here is Shadow, so I think we have a chance here. Maybe we need a boost, so we go for the Ancient Power. No boost, and then here we have to shield here. This is going to come down to can we get the extra farm before we knock out this Mamoswine? So we farm up just a little bit. We take it out with a one Dragon Claw, and then here we have to play this correctly. We try to get some extra energy. Our opponent reads us and switches right on our Dragon Claw. We try to get the extra farm. We do get one Shadow Claw back, and then we CMP tie on this charge move here. It ends up being the crunch. It barely doesn't take it out, so there is the tankiness of Giratina coming in clutch right there. Luckily for us, tanking the crunch and being able to get to that Dragon Claw still to take out their own Gyarados. So GG's to our opponent right there. Wow, they did everything they could to actually win that, catching our Mewtwo move with their Mewtwo, catching our Dragon Claw on their Mewtwo twice. Okay, so here we're going to have the Dialga versus the Garchomp. Here, the Garchomp decides to stay in. We call the bait. It ends up being the Sandtomb, which is huge for us. It was running the Dragon Tail version, so huge call by us right there. And now we are met with the Melmetal in the back here. Melmetal in the back, trying to take down this Mewtwo. We decide to go for the Shadow Ball. Our opponent ends up shielding. And then mainly we did that because we are either going to get some good damage with the Shadow Ball, or we get the last shield because we did build up to a potential Focus Blast. It does reveal that it has double Iron Bash, which is going to help it chip away at the Mewtwo health. And so we're going to shield it right here just to be able to get to this extra move here. We're going to go for the Side Strike. This Side Strike does not quite take it out, but we do catch one of the moves on our Ultra Giratina, and now it looks like we are actually faced with a Dragon Tail Groudon. So interesting moveset right here. We know that we have to get to at least 4 Dragon Claws. Not sure. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, we actually got a little bit too greedy right there, and we actually let them take out all of our energy. I mean, it would have just been chip damage. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal, because I believe this Side Strike does take out this Groudon, which is really good for us, and that saved us the day right there. Woo! So GG's to our opponent right there. Let us know about this team, and hope you enjoyed the video.